What's up, guys? It's Adam, aka Marf, and this is Marfugal TV. So before you guys judge, I want to say something about today's event that happened in Texas. I'm not going to say much, and I'm going to tell you this right now. We do the opposite of what we should do when things like this happen. So what I'm going to say first is I'm going to say, don't cover it. And I'm going to explain why I'm going to say that. So every time something like this happens, we cover the person who did it. We basically make the person who does an event like this famous. Not only that, we talk about it nonstop. And to my fellow folks out there, to my fellow creators, when they cover it, they're going to go into all the things they think's wrong with it. And really, I don't know how much change that actually brings, right? And what the main people do is what is kind of the opposite. We don't cover the 19 people's names. We don't put their name out there. There's no vigils for the people. Usually those people just kind of disintegrate. Nobody knows who they are. We hear about it, but we don't know who they are, right? Most of the time, they don't even show pictures of all the people. But yet you always hear about the guy's name, what he does, why he did it. And then, of course, they're already saying that, they're already saying that they want justice and they want to change laws and all this kind of stuff. And maybe that's the whatever's going on. Don't know. But the more we cover it and not cover the, honestly, people should be telling their favorite YouTubers just to stop. If nobody covered these things, what motivation for these guys who want to become famous, what motivation would they have? It's like nobody ever talks about, the people. They always talk about the person who did it, why they did it, and then they are going to use why they did it as a bad thing against something. It turns into an argument. It turns into a public debate. What I can say right now is I'm praying for the people of Texas. I'm praying for the families. I'm praying for the people. This is again, I'm actually going to go back to the Men's Wearhouse. I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to security. I already have one of the security guards at the mall that was standing across the street when I had an event that I thought was very similar to what this was just 3 or 4 weeks ago. You had security standing across the street behind his car, basically, just freaking out because everybody thought it. Basically, what we think it was what do you call it? Control, rev control or something like that. Basically, what Hondas do, they soup them up and they get this. They rev up and basically it sounds like AK. I mean, like literally, cops. There's videos of it. Cops thinking that a car, a little, kind of ricer, sounding like a bang bang. All of us, it was real in our mind. Mind you, I kind of looked dumb afterwards. A lot of people said that it was totally fine. In the moment, it was real for us. We ended up going to Men's Wearhouse. The manager there was an amazing person. He ended up walking with me. Well, he put my kids in a safe place, all this kind of stuff. If you want to go see what happened there, you can go back a few weeks. It's just funny because in that moment, that was real, right? Now this really happens. And like I said then, people need to have their surroundings completely mapped out. We said this the night before this happened. I literally said what is all over right now, which is nobody ever thinks it's going to happen to them. It never happens in a place like this. Oh, how could that happen in a place like this? How could that even happen here in such a nice place? And what I have to say is every place now is a place that this can happen. It's not going to happen when you want it to. It's not going to happen on an obvious time. We literally just put out some stuff. Yeah, I want to say yesterday and 2 days ago about this kind of stuff. Now, people are saying Fantastic Freddy or the first letters of that. If we all say that, then it's going to further screw up any kind of independent sources on this platform. If anybody doesn't see that this is set up to Or, I mean, and I'm not saying anything. I'm saying real events like this happen, and then what the people online say about it is what ends up screwing everything up. Now, I know some of my friends are going to be covering this and saying, you know, whatever, this and that. I'm saying we should stop covering it for weeks and weeks, or covering it for days and days. I mean, that's what the MSM does. That's what they do, and that's what they've always done. It's like nonstop. You could see it 24/7 for 2 weeks. Sometimes you see it for 2 days, and you're like, why didn't they cover it? I don't know. Either way, I do know that they're already, Twitter is lighting up like this, you know, we're trying to control this and this and that. This is why. It doesn't matter. And High Impact Flicks, he's getting a lot of crap right now, but he has an excellent point. He has an excellent point as far as everything that's going on right now. It doesn't matter if you say you can't have this here. People are still, these are the people that are committing these crimes. They don't care about, you know, separate zones. They don't care about no gun zones. They don't care about that. And they don't care if they have to go through a process. They're gonna get those things illegally, as far as many of us are concerned. They're gonna go across the border, or they're gonna go somewhere. If you have money, you can get anything. It doesn't matter what is outlawed. We have outlawed so many things over the years since I mean, look at Prohibition. People still had access to alcohol. It was just harder to get. Look at marijuana. Now they're legalizing it. I mean, people smoke the entire time. It's not like you can't get your hands on marijuana, and that doesn't mean it's gonna stop something. It's just really sad because this was out of Walmart. They shut down malls. People were scared. I heard this older gentleman said that he grabbed his granddaughter. He was a vet. You know, I bet you if he was not a vet, he wouldn't have had the proper training, and it wouldn't, he said his PTSD kicked in, and he already knew an exit. I heard on a separate one, he said, I already had all the exits mapped out. That's something that everybody needs to do. We don't need to, like, you know, go around, you know, ducking and covering like we're in Metal Gear Solid and going around every corner. But we should be looking at our exits. We should be looking at what you can get behind. And it should, if you do it on a regular basis inside your head, you don't have to be going, you know, telling your family, hey, there's an exit, there's an exit. What you can be doing is just do it subconsciously and make it a habit, just like brushing your teeth or anything else. Because now it's going to happen to a place that, you know, you don't think it's going to happen. It's going to be surprising when it happens to wherever it's going to happen. And now we're in a country where this happens on a daily basis. So I'm sorry to rant about this, but I just feel like this is going to further screw up things for all of us as well. And we have to ask ourselves, what good does it do to say this is a Fantastic Freddy, or to say that this is this or this is that? I think most people already know there's a lot of things going on right now with everything. You know, us as the small creators, we can't say anything. You know, the bigger guys will be able to do it because they've got teams of lawyers. It's just, it's absolutely crazy what's going on right now. So I'm really, again, I ask everybody to pray. Even if you're not religious, send your positive vibes. I'm asking all of my fam to just please send prayers and positive vibes towards the families. I already know, we've already gotten messages from people that were there or were around it. They definitely said that this was more than real. So, you know, okay. I don't know what happened. They cut it off. I'm not saying anything. What I'm saying is that this is a real event, and I'm praying for the people there. I hope that everybody is safe. I hope that I just hope that we can figure out a solution that meets everybody's happy note. I guess, I don't know. Yeah, as you guys can see, I've got moving boxes. I have to do everything myself. So my wife just had a baby, you know, what I'm thinking we're going on 8 days ago or 7 days ago, the 27th. So it's been pretty tough doing all this by myself. So I'm gonna get back to that. I just want to let everybody know, I hope you guys all send your positive vibes towards El Paso. You guys have a great night. Be safe, be prepared, and keep your head up for sure, especially in these times. And then again, watch those last couple videos. Like we said, yesterday we posted a video. Hopefully there won't be any coincidences. All right, see you guys. Have a great night. Be safe, be prepared, and Marf out.